In this lesson, we'll create views for the documentation of our project. We'll get to know the zone and dimensioning tools of ArchiCAD. To make the documentation more interesting and meaningful, we'll also visualize the building in different ways. Please open the Office Building 4 PLN file from the ArchiCAD Training Series 4, Demo Files, Startup Files folder. You may also continue the project that you completed in Lesson 3. So far, we've already worked with the project structure, with stories, sections, and elevations in the project map of the navigator. Now it's time to transform the different models into proper documentation. As we've seen in the first lesson, a document view is distinguished from a general model view by a certain layer combination, a certain drawing scale, as well as the model view options that define how certain elements should be represented in that document. Let's set up our own construction documentation view options. Select Document, Set Model View, Model View Options from the menu. A dialog appears where the representation of certain elements can be defined. Open the Override Fill Display panel of the dialog. This time we will make only one change here. Click on the Override Zone Fills option for the zones and set Category Background. Open the Model View Option Combination panel of the dialog. Click on the Store As button. Enter Construction for the name in the Store As dialog. Click on Store to proceed. A new model view option called Construction will appear in the list of available options right away. Click OK to leave this dialog. At the top of the navigator, click on the leftmost icon and select Show Organizer from the upcoming menu. The organizer is basically a double view of the navigator. Right now, the left part shows the project map. Notice that all our present model views are listed here. The right part shows the view map. We will add some document views here shortly. Click once again to select the Stories folder in the project map on the left side of the organizer. In the bottom part of the project map, we can define distinguishing characteristics of a view we mentioned earlier, such as layer combination, scale, partial structure display, pen set, model view option, renovation filter, and dimensions. Click on the scale list and set it to 1 to 50. Change the layer combination to 5, Plans Detailed. Click on Model View Options and set it to Construction. A document view also stores information about the current zoom of the model view. Before creating a view map entry of the floor plan, section, or elevation project views, please always make sure that the floor plan and section contents have been fit to the window size. Of course, it's also possible to redefine or update the view map entries if necessary. Click now on the Create New Folder icon in the bottom part of the view map. Enter Construction Docs for the new folder. Click on the Stories folder in the project map on the left and drag it into the Construction Docs folder in the view map on the right. Instantly, a subfolder named Stories is created within the Construction Docs folder. Do the same with the sections, and then also with elevations folders of the project map. Unfold the newly added view map folders to see that a document view of all the stories, sections, and elevations has been created. At the bottom, the properties show the view settings that belong to each document view. Close the organizer. Switch to the view map in the navigator. Quickly browse through its content by double-clicking some of the items here. Please notice how the document views are different from the model views we've been using up to now. The difference is slight. The reason is mainly that ArchiCAD elements are represented according to architectural conventions even in model views. Due to the different drawing scale, some elements are represented with a more detailed symbol than before. Double-click to open the first story in the view map of the navigator. Zoom into the floor plan view and have a closer look at the doors in the central module. Notice that the shape of the door frames are visible instead of being shown as a simple rectangle. Please also take a closer look in the elevator object and notice the change in their floor plan representation.